What's up guys, Nick here, welcome back or welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to validate your product idea. So you have a new product idea, and before you get too far along with things, you first and foremost want to understand, will anybody actually buy this product? And at NWC Digital, this is the exact question that we help our clients answer. So today I want to put together this video going through the exact system and process that we use to be able to validate product ideas. So most people will have an idea, and the first and foremost place to go to validate is with their family and friends. Essentially saying, hey, I have this new idea, what are your thoughts on it? Are you interested? Would you buy it? And guys, our family and friends are always gonna be, some of the best source that we can get for advice. They're always gonna be our biggest supporters. That being said, I don't believe, and I strongly wouldn't recommend using them to be able to fully validate your product idea. Reason for that being is that family and friends are gonna have bias. Obviously there's gonna be those straight shooters, but for the most part they're gonna be agreeable and wanna support your ideas. Secondly, when it comes to validating a product, really what you wanna do is test to a large market of potential end consumers that have the exact desires or needs for exactly what your product provides or the solutions that it solves. So guys, there's a few ways in which we can go about getting this feedback and ultimately validating product ideas. So the first way is launching a crowdfunding campaign. Whether this is on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or maybe even your own website, really the system and process is the same, guys, in terms of building a pre-launch community that's super interested, super excited, super stoked in the product, being able to leverage those folks, those diehard or super fans, to hit your funding goal really quickly and then be able to continue the momentum from there. And guys, this is why I love crowdfunding so much, because you're literally able to take a thought or an idea and turn that into hundreds of thousands or millions raised literally within the span of months. And in the process, you'll be able to get that feedback and pre-market validation. Now, another way that this can be done, and a step that really I'd recommend anybody who's looking to launch a new product take before launching a full crowdfunding campaign, is first and foremost doing what we call a market validation project, or here at NWC Digital, a validation project. And what this type of project does, guys, is allow you to validate your product idea without the much larger investment of time, capital, effort, energy that goes into a full launch crowdfunding campaign. And more so, it really mitigates the risk of an unsuccessful larger investment, allowing you with a much smaller amount of time and investment to be able to validate your product idea. And with the market validation project, guys, really you're going to be doing two things. First and foremost, and most importantly, understanding if there's purchase intent for the product, and in the process being able to learn who's most interested and why they're interested in the product. So that if you do validate the product, you know how to be able to scale your pre-campaign community building efforts leading up to launch. So let's talk about the first point in identifying for purchase intent. So one of the biggest things, guys, when it comes to product launch is identifying the difference between interest and purchase intent. And kind of to relate it to an example, right, guys, would be, we've all had a situation where we've had a party before, right? We've invited people, and maybe certain people said, they were super excited, they were texting us about it, right? And then, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock rolls up, they don't show up, they bail, it sucks, but it happens, right? Same thing happens with product launch, guys, whether it's your network, family or friends, or the pre-campaign community that you're building. Not everyone that shows interest in the product is actually gonna convert and purchase. So keeping that in mind, being able to not only understand interest, but more so purchase intent from the market is crucial for understanding if people are actually gonna buy your product or not. To keep it simple, if a high percentage of people within the market have high purchase intent, then your product is validated and it's good to go. If there isn't, the concern with your product would be the purchase intent that the market is showing, where there can be strong interest, but if there isn't purchase intent, then it's not worth moving forward with the product idea. So how do we run this test? Simply put, we use Facebook and Instagram ads to bring people to a pre-launch page where we ask them to give their email address in exchange for an exclusive discount when we launch. Now, when people go ahead on this page and give their email address, this is like a hand up, hey, I'm interested, back to the customer journey or funnel. So they come from an ad, they come to the landing page, and then the next page that we bring them to is a thank you, or what we call a reservation page, where we actually ask people to give us a monetary amount in exchange for the best discount or best price offering that people will ever be able to purchase at. So just some arbitrary numbers here, guys. Let's just say that you offer a 40% discount if people were to put down $20 right now. So people will actually go ahead, take their credit card out, give that monetary amount, and reserve their product when it launches. And this action right here is what takes our data from interest-based, so things like, first and foremost, clicking on an ad or maybe liking or commenting even before that, giving an email address, opening an email from us, to now rooted within purchase intent by giving that monetary amount. And just to give some different numbers behind these actions, when looking at the communities that we've built prior to product launches, essentially folks who just give an email address but don't give the monetary amount convert at about 1 to 5%. And on the other hand, folks who give the email address and the monetary amount convert at almost 30 times higher at a 30% conversion rate on average. And so guys, this is the exact metric, this is the exact action in terms of asking for people to give us a monetary amount that ultimately allows our data to be rooted in purchase intent, which is ultimately going to allow for us to validate the product idea. So to be able to run a test like this, you're going to need a few things. First and foremost, you're going to need creative assets. So when it comes to creative assets, guys, one of the biggest questions we kind of ask from clients is, do we need video to be able to validate the product? And really, very simply, you do not need that. Essentially, what you do need though is static or photos. And reason for that is what we have found, guys, is that for any product that is looking to be validated, looking to be tested for purchase intent, if only video works well but photos don't, we've never found those products to be successful. Really, we find that the video is just carrying it. So for that reason, like I say, photos are essential to be able to validate your product idea. You'll also need a Facebook ad strategy in place so that you're not only able to validate this purchase intent, but you're also able to split test and learn from your advertisement in terms of who's interested, why they're interested, on a more granular level, being able to understand as to what audiences are most interested, what creative works best, what messaging angles, and ultimately being able to test out price point as well. So having a Facebook ad strategy set up that you're able to learn, and also with that being able to have your benchmarks, your key metrics set in place, so that you're able to analyze your data properly. And the last thing that you'll need really is a product offering, at least a certain price point to start your testing with. What's great about these validation projects, is that you're able to kind of test out different price points as you go, so that you can really be able to fully test out, vet out, and really be able to understand, what product offering resonates best with folks. So if you guys would like help being able to set up a validation project for yourself, or if you had any questions on anything that we covered in this video today, please go on ahead and feel free to book a call with me right here in the comments. And yeah, guys, so like I said, I just wanted to share this. This is just kind of a brief high-level overview of how to run a validation. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did find any value, please go on ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, and please do subscribe, as we are just getting started in this channel. And I look forward to seeing you guys here soon in the next one.